Hello, everyone. Hi, guys. So if you guys are here live with me, be sure to say hello down in the comments. I'm just working on getting the comments pulled up right now. I guess just a few housekeeping things is, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's a very loud lawnmower outside right now. So I do apologize for that, but I promise we'll still have a lot of fun today and a lot of education. I'm just working on getting these comments pulled up. Let me pause myself before I hear myself.
Shopping on.
Ooh, okay, that wasn't that. Okay, I'm just letting the page load. It's half loaded. I'm just gonna go with the assumption that I'm live. And we're gonna move forward. Okay, so hello, okay. Okay, so you guys say you can't hear a lawnmower, which is good. The lawnmower is currently off, so hopefully it stays that way. But thank you all for tuning in. This webinar is a part of my online course, AuthorTube Academy. But today we're just having an awesome, fun webinar for you guys. The AuthorTube Academy Facebook group reached 200 people, so we're doing this webinar in celebration. So if you aren't a part of the Facebook group yet, you can go to the description of this video and you can join the group. I do weekly little mini lessons for you guys where I just give tips and tricks about YouTube and sometimes social media in general. For those of you who didn't know, my full-time job involves creating search engine optimization for websites, and I also used to work in social media marketing. So I do have a background, and I do quite enjoy talking about different stuff like this. So bringing it to you authors is always super exciting for me. And I've got a lot of fun things planned. I've got a whole list of stuff to get through today and to teach you guys. You'll notice in the links down below, there will be a whole bunch of resources. I'm going to be through that list of resources. But yeah, so I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump in. If you guys have comments, let me know in the comments section. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep plowing forward and giving you guys this information. The type of information you'll see here is similar to the type of stuff that I teach in my AuthorTube Academy lessons, because I didn't wanna, leave anything out. So everything will be revealed here in terms of getting more views on your YouTube videos just by using social media. I think one of the biggest problems is, we spend so much time creating our YouTube videos and we put so much effort into it. And then once the video is posted, we kind of just stop. So what I want to teach you guys is that all the effort you put into creating the video should also be used in sharing the video. So there's a ton of things you can do to share your video to get more views and just to make a connection with your followers as well as other writers in the community. So as said, I'm just going to jump straight into things, and I'm going to do a screen share with you guys so you can see everything the way I do. So let me cool. All right, so the lawnmower is back, and yeah, so I am on one of my own videos today because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you step by step for what I do to share my own videos. So I had my most recent video. It was my writing 10,000 words in one day video. If you guys didn't know already, I'm having my 10K writing challenge. If you want to join the challenge, go ahead. You can do that by going on my website and then clicking sign up. It's fun, it's free, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. But I just wanted to remind you that you can join in on this if you would like. But today, let's talk about what I do to share my videos. So basically, every time I post a video, I do a lot of things to go ahead and share the video. And for those of you who may not know what all this is going on, this is a TubeBuddy plugin. So TubeBuddy is an extension of YouTube, and you can use the plugin to see behind the scenes stuff of other people's videos. So you can see all the tags I used in this video. And then if you go on other people's videos, you can see their tags as well. So let's look at Bethany's video real quick. Hold on, just so I can show you how this works. Let's see. So if I were to scroll down, I can see all the tags that Bethany used on this video. So it's actually really cool, and that's my favorite feature of this plugin. And I just realized I actually forgot to put the link to this plugin in the description of the video, but I will add it later. But again, this is just called TubeBuddy. It's awesome. There is a paid version, but I personally only use the free version. So what I do once I publish a video is that I just have a whole list of stuff that I go through. So one of the first things I do in terms of sharing the video is I go onto the video and actually hit the share button. And there are a whole bunch of different options of where you can share things. So one of the things I do is that I share the video Twitter, Facebook, and all that. But one thing you can also do is that you can go over to Hootsuite. Hootsuite is a social media post scheduling tool, and you can also use it to like set up different streams. I actually have a whole video called Hootsuite for Authors. I left it in the description of this live stream, so you guys can check it out later. I do apologize because it's an older video, and I didn't know how to do like screencasting yet. So I literally just used my camera to record it. So it's not the best quality video, but the information in it is still good quality. And it teaches you how to use this Hootsuite platform. But what I want you guys to know is that one of the things I do every time I create a new video is that I go to Hootsuite, I hit create new post, and I select all the different social networks where I want to share the post. And I start typing away, you know, saying what the video is about. So like, watch me right now. And then what I do is that I will select like the thumbnail photo, which I honestly don't feel like hunting down right now. But normally I would select the photo, and then I'll also leave the link. And then what I'll do is that I'll schedule it later, or I can just post it right then and there. But what I do is that, so I normally have videos that post Tuesdays and sometimes Thursdays as well. So if it's Tuesday, I will schedule for at least one post to go out on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn every day for about the next week. And the reason for this is just so I can do all the scheduling at once and I don't have to think about it later. Now, I'll admit I don't always do this, but if I don't do it, it's just because I forgot to or I didn't have a whole lot of time. But if it were up to me, I would always make a post saying, you know, reminding people what the video is. Now, I will say that one thing I try to do is in the text area here, I try to change up the text. Because if you have the same exact post every single day, it's not going to do well. And another thing you want to play around with is that not only can you schedule your posts to go out on a certain day, but you can also schedule it to go out on a certain time. So like during the week, sometimes the best time to post during the week is either during lunch because people are on their lunch break, or later in the afternoon when people get home from work. Whereas the opposite is true on the weekends, where if you post at night, probably a lot of people won't really see it because some people will be out and about and, you know, having fun. But I've found on the weekends the best time to post is like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. So that's just a little quick lesson on when the best time to post is. Now, another thing, so not only do I, you know, write up text here, but of course you need the link. So what I do when I want to provide a link is I use this tool called Bitly, and this is also a tool that's in the description of this video. I love Bitly. It's a great tool for tracking stuff. You can also track links in Hootsuite. I forget how it works exactly, but they do have their own way of tracking links via Hootsuite. But I like it because you just, so let me slow down. So once you create an account, you hit the create link and then you paste the long URL. So I guess we'll put that. So you paste it and you hit create, and then it creates a short link for you. This is the short link, and this is your title. So the title is just the way you decide to label it. So I'm gonna do I'm going to do test just so I know not to look at it later. And then I'm going to hit save. Before I hit save, so say if I wanted to create a cool original URL, because bit.ly links are awesome. Okay, thanks for going away. If that happens, you just hit the edit and you can bring that screen back up. Bit.ly can have the ability to edit the second half here. Now, the thing with the second half is that you do have to make sure that whatever you write hasn't been used before. So like if I used write 10K, oh, okay, I thought I'd use that, but I guess not. So I'm going to label that as test again. So if I were to save this, and I don't think I am because I don't want to waste, that's a good short URL. But this just makes it memorable. So like say, you know, on Instagram, you can't share links your description of your post. So if you did want to share a link, you would want to share a link like this where it's easy to remember that someone can easily type it into their phone. So I'm gonna just do that so I don't waste a good short URL. But so now all your URLs are saved, so you can come back to them and look at them later. So for example, this short URL is okay. See, guys, I did use that short. I just got distracted. So this short URL is for the I love any particular link on it tells you like um, yeah. So I can see that 79 or more. I'm not sure where they're coming from. 4 are coming from the United Kingdom and 5 are coming from Australia. And the first with the clicks are coming from. So we have SMS and direct. So this is probably, I'm trying to think, what would that be? I think that's just someone like typing in the email at like not the email, typing in the URL. It's basically the clicks are coming anywhere except Facebook or Twitter. And everything else is coming from Q. So you can see that's where the majority of that comes from. You guys can't hear me clearly. Okay, so I see Timmy's having an issue. Let me know if you guys are having an issue as well. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep going. It might. I'm really hoping it's on your end, Timmy, and that's not to say that I'm hoping you have issues. I don't know how to fix it on my end because we're already in the live stream. I'm just gonna keep moving forward. But if anyone else is having issues, please speak up, and I will try my best to do something. But Bit.ly is just a great way to get an idea of where your clicks are coming from. So the reason you want to know where your clicks are coming from. So say if you share your video on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and you want to know which one is the best one to put more effort into, you'd go over to Bit.ly and you'd go see how many clicks your video link got. But then you'd also want to go down first, see where the clicks are coming from, so you can focus your energy there rather than somewhere working. So that. And again, there's a whole guide, and it's in the comments, the description below if you want to learn even more about Hootsuite. I personally am Hootsuite certified. I love the platform. I think it's awesome. So I could talk all day about it, but I'm not going to. The next thing I'm going to talk about places you can share your video. So one thing I do is that my videos not only get posted on YouTube, post them in my blog. So if we go to my website homepage, you'll notice it's more than just a website landing page for everything. It's also a feed of all my videos, and my video text is also a blog. And so if I have everything organized by categories, and if I click on, you know, it looks like it'd be this long blog post, but in reality, it's just my YouTube videos with like a short description and then an image. Now, the reason for this image is that I encourage people to pin this on their Pinterest page. So Pinterest isn't typically known for its how-to content, or if it is, it's more for like baking and crafts and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean you as an author can't take advantage of the content you're already creating and making it suitable for Pinterest as well. So at the end of my posts, or I should say almost all my posts, I put an image that is Pinterest friendly, and then at the end of the image I say, like this post, add it to your board on Pinterest. So not only do I pin the posts, but I also encourage other people to pin the posts. And one of the things I do is that I actually pin both just the regular video on Pinterest. I pin the image itself on Pinterest. So if you go to my page, you'll see, let me find it, under Mandi Lynn Vlogs, I will have two versions of everything, more or less. So I have the 10K writing vlog there, as well as the image here, because sometimes I just like to see which performs better. Now, I'll admit right now my Pinterest page is kind of quiet. I had it for a long time, thus didn't give it the TLC it needed. Oh, okay. Now I see that my audio is cutting in and out. Let me try. I don't know what else to try. Because I was thinking maybe I was hooked up to the wrong Wi-Fi, but I'm not. So I'm sorry to say, I might just keep going. I do apologize. Actually, okay, I'm gonna move you guys, but I'm gonna move to a, so this is not the Wi-Fi in my house is not always reliable. So I'm going to try going back into a different room where the Wi-Fi connection is usually better. The only sad part about this is that I cannot see you guys' comments now because I don't have an extra screen in front of me. So I'm going at this blind, but we're going to try our best. And I'm going to see if I can maybe pull this up on my phone. So bear with me for a minute because I want to see if I can see. I don't know if I can view an unlisted video on my phone is what I'm seeing. Let's see. Enjoy staring at my Pinterest page for a minute. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I was able to pull it up. Let me just pause it. Okay. I've got my comment section pulled up on my phone so I can see you guys. If the audio and video is still bad, I apologize, but I don't think there's anything I can do about it. So once we have Pinterest, so that's my little quick how-to on Pinterest. Pinterest is a sometimes overlooked platform, but you can see sometimes pins do well and sometimes they don't do well at all. Let me find, where was the one that's the good example? It's way better now. Okay, good. I wish I'd done this sooner. So we can see that this pin right here, I finished outlining my 4th novel. It got over 3,000 impressions and 6 link clicks. So when they clicked it, they were directed directly to my website, which is awesome because hopefully they then went and watched the video. But this is just an extra way of taking advantage of content I already have. So whenever I create videos, I think to myself, where else can I share this? So that's Pinterest. Let me work through, sorry guys, I'm a little scattered brain now. I was distracted. So the way I create my Pinterest graphics is through Canva. I adore Canva for so many reasons. I have a love-hate relationship with it because I love it because it's so easy. But I also hate it because I'm used to Photoshop and I like more advanced stuff. But Canva is awesome because it has all these templates. So even if you want to create like something like a YouTube thumbnail, you hit the YouTube thumbnail template, and then you can go ahead and choose through these pre-made ones, or you can make some from scratch by going through like stock photos or different things that you can add in. I love Canva, and anyone else who doesn't feel like super great at graphic design, this is a great place to go to. So I do see a quick question from It's Raining Dolphins. What does impressions mean? And you mean specifically for Pinterest. So impressions it's not specific to Pinterest. Impressions is like a widely used term for all of social media. So in terms of social media, impressions tends to be about the same thing as reach. So it's the amount of times someone sees your post. So on Pinterest, for example, if a pin got over 3,000 impressions, that means that it was seen over 3,000 times by people. That doesn't mean that it was clicked on 3,000 times, but it popped up in someone's feed on Pinterest 3,000 times. And I think it's similar to the way like Facebook would be the same way. If you had a post with a certain amount of impressions, it would, that post was seen by 3,000 people, but it doesn't necessarily mean anyone took action on that post. Like that doesn't mean that anyone liked it or commented on it. It means they saw it, but that doesn't mean they actually clicked a link or anything. So yeah, that's what impression means. And if you want to create any graphics, especially for Pinterest, you can just go ahead and go into Canva. I kind of created my own little Canva template. So I have these like little gray boxes, and I put my website down here just so, even if people don't click on it, my name and my website is still in front of them. So maybe they'll remember it. Maybe they'll want to type it in later. You never know. So I just put my website down there just so I can, it's another way of getting my information out there. And what I tend to do is that I just put in stock photos. I just, I either search for them here in Elements. So like if I put in books, and then I find like a free photo and I plop it in there. It's like, oh, that looks nice. And then I just change the title to I Write Books. Woo. And yeah, so I just kind of tweak this one same post all the time. And then I download it and then I put it on my blog and then I'm done. So it's really easy when you use Canva because it's just simple. This next part, I'm going to turn off the sharing for a moment so you guys can see me if I can. Okay, sorry. I apologize if my house is messy. So this next part, I wanted to make eye contact with you guys just because it's easier to explain this. So far I've explained, I guess you could say, for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, not Instagram. I'm about to jump into Instagram is what I'm trying to say. So Instagram is a little trickier to share your YouTube videos because, again, you can't use, what was I going to say? Oh, I'm so bad at live stuff, guys. You can't have links in your description of your videos. And DL Stewart says, I like BookBrush for images. Yes, I also love BookBrush. They're awesome. I like using them more for like book promotion stuff. But when you're trying to just promote your own content, like YouTube videos, I find Canva is a lot easier just because it has, stuff. A lot of different options, I should say. So back to Instagram. So Instagram is trickier because you can't have links in your Instagram videos, and you can have the swipe up feature for Instagram stories, but that's not until you get 10,000 followers. And odds are, if you're watching this video, it's because you don't have 10,000 followers. So neither do I. So the way of getting around it is I like to have like just my regular Instagram post and have it be different than my YouTube thumbnail, and just talk about what my YouTube video is in that post and tell people to go to the link in my bio, because the link in my bio will have a link to my YouTube channel. And another thing I forgot to add into the resources of the video of this description of this video, is Linktree. Linktree is a great way to use multiple links in your bio. So when someone clicks on it, they are sent to a like mini website where it's just a whole bunch of buttons, and you can put as many buttons as you want. So I have like a button for this webinar, I have a button for the 10K writing challenge, and then of course I have a button for my YouTube channel and a whole bunch of other different stuff. So that is a great way of using links on Instagram. Another way is if you want to use IGTV. Unfortunately, IGTV kind of had its second of fame and then puttered out really fast. But if you did want to explore IGTV, and for those of you who don't know what IGTV is, it's basically like the YouTube version, but it's on Instagram. It's a whole different app. But the good thing about IGTV is that you can have the swipe up feature in your stories if you're linking to an IGTV video. Of course, it has to be your own video, but you get the point. So one thing you can do is that you can create a mini version of your video or a Y version of your own video on IGTV. So what I mean by the Y is, so your YouTube video is your YouTube video. It either has information or it's a writing vlog or something like that. Whereas your, Instagram IGTV video is your why. Your Instagram video is why people should watch the video. So the great thing about IGTV is that when you create an IGTV video, you can put links in the description. So this is basically what you want to do if you do want to do a video through IGTV. So you're going to take your phone and you're going to say, my name's Mandi Lynn. I just made this video talking about blah, blah, blah. Swipe up to watch it. So they swipe up to watch it, and it brings them to your IGTV video, which is about a 2 or 3 minute video saying why your YouTube video is, worth their time. And then from there, they can click on the description of your IGTV video and watch your full YouTube video. So it's a very long-winded way of getting someone to your YouTube video. I personally did not find it worth the effort, but I did want to mention it in case you wanted to try it out and you found it worked for you. Not a whole lot of people post on IGTV anymore. I don't think it was, Instagram's most successful thing they've ever done. But it's still there, and I believe usually when you post on IGTV, your followers, or at least your followers that tend to like all your photos, get like a notification like, oh, Mandi just posted a video on IGTV. So you do have that, but besides that, there's a lot of work involved in IGTV and not always a lot of give back. But we'll see. It could change down the line. Maybe Instagram will come up with a new feature. But right now, I've seen some people are like, should I post my YouTube video on Instagram or on IGTV? And the answer is no. So what you want to do is that you want to keep all your views in one place. So the reason for that is the more engagement a YouTube video gets, the more YouTube will just automatically start promoting the video. So let's say, and especially within the first 24 hours. So the first 24 hours on YouTube is the most important time to start sharing. So when you go ahead and start sharing on Pinterest, on like Facebook, and all those different places, you want to do as much sharing within the first 24 hours. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff you want to do as well. But basically, you want to show YouTube that your video has engagement, that people care about your video. Because some people will ask, hey, how do I get my video to be a suggested video on YouTube? And the answer is to just make your video engaging, making sure your video has people liking the video, people commenting on the video, people subscribing to your channel. If YouTube sees that for some reason one video is all of a sudden getting like a ton of views and a ton of likes and a ton of comments, the algorithm will be like, oh, this must be a good video. I should suggest this to other people who watch similar stuff. And that's how you get your video to be a suggested video. There's no fancy trick to it. There's just, you have to try to get as much engagement involved in as quickly as possible. And this first 24 hours is the most important. So that's why I'm actually very happy that you guys voted on this topic, because it's super important. So another thing, I forgot to mention this when I was talking about Hootsuite, but I do want to mention it quickly, is that if there are hashtags associated with your video in any way, when you're sharing it on like Twitter, especially Twitter, use those hashtags when you're sharing the link, just so you get caught up in that stream. The next thing I want to talk about, so I've already told you, you want to keep all your views in one place. You don't want to post your full YouTube video on Facebook and your full YouTube video on Twitter. And yes, you would technically be reaching more people that way, but that's not the proper way of building your YouTube platform. Like if your goal is to just get as many people to like hear about you as possible, then go ahead, do whatever you want. But if your goal is to specifically build your YouTube platform, which is a very powerful thing, then you need to send people to your YouTube video. You don't want people to just watch the video no matter where it is. You want them to watch your video specifically at your particular link. So how do you pull that off while still using video? Because video is one of the most engaging types of content on the internet. So I always like to tell people, like, when it comes to social media, especially social media marketing, there's sometimes no point in posting anything if it doesn't have a photo. Because if you guys have noticed, in terms of what you like to see on social media, if something doesn't have a photo associated with it, odds are you scroll past it pretty fast. But even better is when something has video, because people stop and watch videos. And especially when, Facebook started to do the thing where, a video just started automatically playing, that just upped engagement rates immensely. So how can you take advantage of using video on other social media platforms without actually posting your YouTube video? So that's what I've been leading up to. So let me go back. I'm going back to screen share, you guys, because I'm going to show you this tool because it's an awesome tool. It's one of my favorites. So this is what we call Adobe Spark. Now, I use Adobe Spark in particular just because I enjoy Adobe Spark. I think they're awesome. I have an Adobe subscription to start with. Now, I do believe Adobe Spark has a free version of Adobe Spark, but I'm pretty sure you're limited. But honestly, you don't need to use Adobe Spark. You don't need to use anything special. You could just take a small clip of your video and post it as is. So what I do for my YouTube videos, you'll see this is my BookCon vlog video. I take a small snippet, usually like right around 15 seconds. You can see this one in particular is 18 seconds. So I take a small snippet and I take just that small part and I come over to Adobe Spark and, I go ahead and I'd select it and I'd upload it and do all that fancy stuff. And then I add this text here to kind of tell people, hey, this is just a sneak peek at the full video. So I say, watch the full video on YouTube, Mandi Lynn Vlogs. So the video snippet plays as well as the end, my logo pops up. So I'm just going to show you guys what it actually looks like. Okay, hold on. I'm lagging here. I'm sorry. Okay, so if it wasn't lagging, you'd be able to see that it's this. See, now this bothers me. Let me see. Here's the actual. This is like the version that I actually saved. So here we go. So it's nothing fancy, obviously, but it's enough to get people to see a bit of the video and get them engaged and get them to be like, oh, I want to watch the full thing now. So, of course, in the description of the post, I'll say to watch the full video, here's the link. And then sometimes I will post this video in my Instagram story, or sometimes even on Instagram itself as well, because again, that's just another place I can share it. So let's see. One of the last things I want to mention, besides my family talking to me, is that another great place to share stuff is on Facebook groups. So not just Facebook, but Facebook groups themselves. So you guys are more than welcome to share your videos on the AuthorTube Academy Facebook group. You can see if we scroll down, there are plenty of people that post there as well. If you have questions, you can go in there and ask questions about YouTube and anything else. Another thing, so you may be thinking right now, oh my God, Mandi, this is like a lot of stuff to do. And of course it is. One thing I try to make easier for my AuthorTube Academy students is that I do have this little YouTube checklist. So once you guys, like if you were to join AuthorTube Academy and you want to access the full course, there are different modules. This is the sharing and engagement module, which is what we're really talking about today. So I have this little YouTube checklist, which is basically a PDF that you guys can download and keep beside you for whenever you upload videos. And you can go through the PDF and kind of say to yourself, hey, did I do everything? And, you know, make sure you're doing that correctly. So let me just okay. And are you guys still seeing me? I think I'm no longer screen sharing. Nope. Okay. You can tell I'm a real pro. So that is basically that. I actually don't know why I stopped the screen share, because I have one more thing I want to show you guys. Hold on. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show you guys is that today I do have a special offer for you guys. It's to get $20 off AuthorTube Academy when you use the code JUNEWEBINAR. I hope you guys greatly enjoyed this webinar. I apologize for the few technical difficulties and the little bit of all over the placeness, because it's hard to teach social media live, I realize. But I love talking about it with you guys. If you ever have any questions, be sure to just pop over into the AuthorTube Academy Facebook group and ask them there. This code in particular is only good for the next week, so it expires. I probably should have had that date in front of me. It expires June 29th, so you can get $20 off. So the way AuthorTube Academy works is that it is only $80 if you pay for it in full. So if you use the $20 off coupon, you can get it for $60. Or I also have a payment plan where you pay $30 a month for 3 months. So if you wanted to use the $20 coupon off now, you can get AuthorTube Academy for just $10 for the first month, and then $30 for 2 months after that, and then it's yours forever. So hold on. Okay. Sorry, I'm not always good with the screen sharing thing. But what I wanted to tell you guys is that I'm always adding new lessons to AuthorTube Academy course, because there's always new things to learn. Things are always changing. I do eventually plan on refilming the whole thing and giving it a whole new revived look. But yeah, so today was all about social media sharing. I even added a few more other things afterwards. You know, all the links are in the description of this video if you guys want to check out some of the resources I mentioned, as well as the link to the AuthorTube Academy landing page so you can learn more about the course, or if you just want to go ahead and buy the course. But yeah, I don't see any other questions in the comments, but I do want to stop and say thank you to everyone who tuned in. I hope it was helpful. At the end of the day, being an author on YouTube, while I do say, you know, as a person who works in marketing, I can say a whole lot about SEO and making yourself known in the world. But at the end of the day, it's just about the community. So if anything, I hope this helps you connect with the community further. Even if it doesn't help you get more views, you'll probably make connections with other writers and have fun while you're at it. So I'm going to wrap this up. I don't see any other questions coming in. But yeah, thank you all for watching.